Hi, this is Denise Mathew, and I'm back after a long time. I just thought since everybody's in isolation, I'd pop in with a quick tutorial just to keep everybody's spirits up. So what I have here is just a simple crystal earring. You can change it up as much as you like. I just have two 10mm rondelles, like just a faceted crystal, as well as two 20 by 15mm briolettes. And they're just very simple crystals, but when they all come together, they look really cute. You can change out the rondelles. You can use something other than a briolette, just a charm, whatever you want. The possibilities are endless. So let's get started. I'm working with about 1.5 feet of 24 gauge wire. Now you can go to 22 or 26 if you like. It's better to go 22, 24 because it's a little bit sturdier. Use whatever size fits your bead. So after I make the loop, I'm just going to make a closed loop and tuck in any extra wire after you've wrapped it. You're just going to string on your bead. As I said, I'm working with a 10mm, just a crystal rondelle. It's a faceted crystal rondelle, but you could use any type of bead as long as it's straight drilled or drilled right down through the center. So you're just going to string on your bead, and then you're just going to make another closed loop on the other side. So just a 90-degree angle, and then bring the wire right up around your pliers into a loop, and then do about 2 or 3 wraps, whatever you want. Now you're not going to cut that wire. You're going to use that wire so that you can string on the little seed beads so they'll go around and sort of frame the bead. Now you're going to string on the beads, and you're going to use about as many beads as you need to go up one side of the bead. Usually it's about, if you're using a 10mm bead, then it's probably about 5 or 6. And you can check along as you go to see if the beads, how the beads are looking and how many more you need. So I need a few more. And once you have enough seed beads to go alongside the rondelle, then what you can do is just take your wire and just wrap it around that top loop about 1 or 2 times. And that's just basically to stabilize it. And then you're going to bring the wire right around to the other side. And then you're going to put the other beads, the other seed beads, on the wire. I think the best part of this actual design is it looks quite fancy, but it's a very, very simple design to make. And when you have enough beads for the other side, then you're just going to bring the wire right up to the top loop and then just wrap it around 2 or 3 times, and then you're just going to trim it back. And then just tuck in any stray wires, and your top part of your earring is already completed. As I said before, you can do pretty much anything for the bottom. You could just do any type of bead you want. You could do the briolette like I'm doing, or you could just do a charm, or you could just do a round bead that you just put on like just a closed loop. I'm working with a 20 by 15mm flat pear-shaped bead, and also 3/4 foot of 24 gauge wire, but you can use wire to fit your bead. So you basically just want to put the wire through, and then you're going to have basically just framing it in the top, almost like a triangle like that. You only want your short wire to go as high as you want your loop to go. If it's going higher than that, you want to trim it back. So then just make a loop on the top. And before you close the loop, you're going to slide that right on to the little charm you just made. Then you're going to finish wrapping your briolette. So you're just going to grab hold of the top of the loop with your pliers and then start to wrap down, and you want to bring those 2 wires together on top, and just take your time as you're going. And you're going to keep wrapping right down to the tip of the bead. And then once you get to the tip of the bead, you're going to catch the tip of the bead in your wire, and if you need to straighten it, just go ahead and do that because sometimes it will flop down. Then you're going to continue wrapping it down. Now, some people are happy to finish it here, and then you could just cut it back and then just tuck it in. But I'm just going to go down a little bit further. And it's always okay to adjust your wire if it doesn't lay exactly the way you want it. You really want the wires to be side by side so that you have no space between and you can't see the bead coming through, just like this. So you're going to continue wrapping like that. Now, some people will do a rustic wrap, which means you'd wrap back up, but I'm just going to do just a plain wrap, and then I'm just going to cross across the bead and then bring the wire to the top where I've already wrapped, and that way there'll be no sharp bits and it'll just be tucked right in. Then you're just going to wrap around the wraps you've already done and then just trim it back and then tuck in any stray wires. And now all you need to do is add an ear wire or an ear post, whatever you prefer, and your earring is complete. And that completes the tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.